We've recently covered that a few months back, Costco started selling these Pamp Suisse gold bars, and we dove into the pros and cons of doing that. Even though they could not keep them in stock and maybe weren't the best deal for savvy investors, Costco sold over $100 million of these bad boys right here in just one quarter. Pretty phenomenal if you ask me. So what Costco did recently came as no surprise to me, as it's something I tend to do on the blackjack table when I've got a 10 or 11 against a dealer 6. They doubled down. Yes, that's right. They had massive wins selling gold to their customers, and now they have moved on to silver. Yeah, Costco's now selling gold and silver. Crazy times. They are now selling the American Silver Eagles, which are perhaps the gold standard when it comes to buying silver, and they are the most respected and tradable silver coins that money can buy. Of course, you have to be a member and you have to purchase them in tubes of 20. When I signed into my account, I found out that they were sold out. The same thing happened when Costco first started selling gold, and the company still did over $100 million of sales in just one quarter of doing this. So let's unpack this. Why is Costco doing this? Why are they selling silver now after selling gold? Well, let's start with the very obvious to me. They are extremely savvy. They know where consumer trends are well ahead of people like you and I, and they're ahead of companies because they've used this to generate billions of dollars, over 127 million global members. Reading consumer trends and supplying products that consumers want and need is how Costco makes money. It's just that simple. There's no arguing that. Gold just hit an all-time high and is forecasted to go much higher as we enter 2024 and beyond. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to say, hey, we've got 127 million members, and some of them are buying gold. Well, at least 100 million of them have bought gold. That's how much they've sold, because the economy sucks and it's even going further south. So let's add this product. It's complementary. Seems pretty wise to me. There's also a ridiculous internet conspiracy theory going around that they're protecting their customers' finances because the higher-ups at Costco do not believe in the dollar, our most used currency here in the United States, and they feel we are going to hit very tough economic times. So Costco has this stance that if they can sell something that is forecasted to go up in value by massive multiples, that they can keep their customers' finances intact. Could that be far-fetched? I kind of think so. I'm a firm believer that we are in huge trouble coming up and we'll slide into a recession like Rickey Henderson going for second base back in the 80s. Remember him? Despite the inflated stock market, which, let's face it, is a ticking time bomb if you ask me. I don't think that they're thinking about being financial advisors to their customers who buy produce, meats, deli stuff, Pampers, bulk goods, anything that you can buy a million of at Costco. But hey, if they're doing this, will other companies follow suit? Will they get into the gold and silver train? We've already seen that Walmart sells precious metals, albeit with some taxation and prices which are reportedly well above spot, which leads me to my next point about buying gold in a Walmart or a Costco or an environment like that. Should you buy it at Costco or Walmart? To me, there's nothing wrong with it if you're just a savvy collector who wants to stack one of these at home and have it in your collection, but know that you're most likely going to be paying over the spot price, and there will always be the chance that, number one, they aren't in stock, so the inventories could be bad, and number two, you have no place to sell it back to them. You've got to find a precious metals dealer or a pawn shop locally that will buy it, and you're not always going to get the best deal there. Now, that's not a huge deal, but it is a hassle, and I prefer mine to be vaulted in depositories. All my precious metals, minus this one, are held in Texas, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Personally, we recommend that you go with a company that specializes in precious metals, rather than a company that will sell you 4,000 diapers, because hey, let the bulk guys do the bulk good stuff, and let the precious metals guys handle the expensive finance stuff. They're specialists in this. That's all they do. Costco does about 1 billion different things, and they generate a lot of money, and that's all cool, but I prefer to go right to a dealer. There's a link below to some vetted companies that Greg and I have personally chosen. And if you want to take a quiz, you can find one that matches up for you, whether you want to put it in your retirement or do the home storage thing or put in a vault of your own. Next, you got to think about your exit strategy, which I just touched on. Currently, Costco does not have a buyback program. So once you buy that, you're at the mercy, again, of your local coin dealer or pawn shop when you want to sell them back. That's not always the best option. If you do hammer that link below, they will buy your gold or silver back. So there's a lot to be said about that. They know exactly what they sold you. They'll buy that exact thing back from you. For me, I'd rather do it that way. And Greg and I, again, have been vetting these companies for over 10 years, 20 when you combine our expertise in this, and their buyback programs are excellent. Again, it's all they do, and it's their business. So it just takes that hurdle out of the equation. It's nice and easy to work with a company that we vetted below. Again, check that out. I matched up with a company and flipped some of my personal savings in my retirement into a gold IRA. It holds gold and silver, actually. And if you want that company name, feel free to visit our website, tageconomy.org, tageconomy.org. And you'll get an email with exactly which company I selected after vetting many of them and why I invested about 20% of my retirement savings with them. To me, having them professionally vaulted in a secure depository was a good way to ride out the next few years, and with gold and silver predictions going absolutely bonkers, I think it's a good way to park just a little bit of my retirement savings for a few years. There's been gold prices that are predicted to be all over the board. 3,000, 5,000, 15,000, even one at 75,000. We're trading around $2,100 right now, so do the math, right? It's pretty solid. I think it's one of the better investments you can get. So what's next? Palladium? Platinum? A Costco's members-only cryptocurrency exchange? Who knows other than the higher-ups at Costco? If you know anyone there, if you're involved in the company, please comment below. Maybe you can share. Maybe you can collab on our channel with us. And stay tuned. We will keep you abreast if any of that happens. You always hear it first at Tag Economy, which again stands for Tim and Greg Tag Team the Economy. Yeah, kind of cheesy name, but we are small business owners, perhaps like you, who cover the economy, and we've got families to protect, and our goal is to help others and take media narrative and push it aside and give you the direct facts of what's going on. We've got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of subscriptions to premium finance sites. We digest the news, we put it on our channel. That's what we do, so you don't have to. Again, don't forget about that quiz below if you're interested in precious metals. You'll find the one I'm personally using. If you join our newsletter, you'll get an email automatically. We do not spam. We only send like one email a month. It's just kind of a recap of what's going on in the economy. So check that out, tageconomy.org. I'm Tim from Tim and Greg, Tag Team the Economy. I'll catch you in the next video.